This move to the backhand. Now he shoots, he scores! Freitag gets in, free, score!
Yeah.
Things get rough in a hurry in front of the net.
Watch this beautiful feed up front.
For Game 2 of the Channel 12 Turkey Trot Hockey Tournament for 2014. Our second game tonight matches the Maple Grove Crimson and the host team, the Wayzata Trojans. Hi again, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, these teams played a great game in the first round of this tournament a year ago. And a lot of similarities this year in that they both have a good core back, but also will be working some new, younger players into the lineup. But both of them expect to be pretty good this season.
Yeah, they are. They've both got a good amount of talent in their sophomore class and in their freshman class, and we might see a few of those. The question right now, I think it's going to come down to goaltending, and the most experienced team with goaltending in this game is Maple Grove right now. So we'll see what Wayzata can bring with Alex Schilling. That could be the difference.
Both of these teams, obviously, like all the teams in the tournament, you kind of feel hectic thrown together a little bit after tryouts, but I think it's a good opportunity just to see what you do have on this first weekend of the season, regardless of the outcome. Not that the outcome isn't important, but it's just a good test either way.
It really is. Rankings mean nothing right now. We got 25 games to play here. We've got some holes. We'll find them out as we play competition. What's good about this tournament is you're playing good competition. So hopefully they'll find the holes, but there should be a good game up and down.
Maple Grove last year, 15 wins on the season, 4th place in the Northwest Suburban Conference. They make no mistake about it that they want to be a top-tier team year in, year out. Their schedule's very strong this year. They want to take a little step forward even from last year, although it wasn't a bad year.
Well, really what they got better as the year went on. That was the key. They want to continue to build on that. Key factors for them, putting the puck in the net and staying out of the box. They did not have a good penalty kill last year. They need to improve that this year. That could get them up into that higher ranking.
Last year, Wayzata came in with a lot of pressure on them as a top-ranked team to start the year. They ended up winning 20 games, but they bowed out in the semifinals in Section 6 against Benilde. It was a little bit of an upset. I know that one's still on their mind a little bit. They want to have a little bit of a bounce back from that tournament experience that they had at the end of last year.
Yeah, I think that's really in the back of their mind. They were not happy with that loss one bit. They had a good season. They've got the players to do it. They've got a tremendous amount of talent, even though they lost 108 points in their senior class. But this group can score, and they're big, and they're fast. And they also play very good defense. And we'll get a chance to watch that as they start on their trek to get to state this year.
All right, the winner will have its hands full with Edina. We saw that in the first game as they blanked Holy Family 11-0. We should have a little closer one we're expecting anyway here tonight in our second game as Maple Grove takes on Wayzata. Live coverage of the Channel 12 Turkey Trot Tournament continues from Plymouth Ice Center.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
'Tis the season. Give the gift of perpetual renewal. A Simonson's Salon and Spa experience. From spa packages to fashion-forward accessories. Excite everyone on your list with a Simonson's Salon and Spa gift card. For instant gift cards, shop Simonsons.com. Email or print a stunning certificate, and you're done. in Maple Grove, Plymouth, and Coon Rapids.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a Shelter Pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
And welcome back here to a rowdy Plymouth Ice Center. Both of the teams earlier this week when I had a chance to talk to them, Dan brought up the fact that the crowds are really big at this, usually bigger than they see through most of the regular season. So, it's a way to get off to a good start for your fans, too, and make them say, God, they're a fun team. I got to come back and watch again throughout the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but, this is the first game of hockey, and everybody kind of looks forward to the hockey season. Here we go with a big format like this against really good teams. It just brings people out. They know they're going to see good hockey here. So, this crowd's electric. I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun to watch them go back and forth here. The kids are fired up. They'll get the parents fired up, and they'll definitely get the players fired up.
There's Alex Schilling, the junior, getting the call in net for Wayzata. Played some for the Trojans last year. Not a ton, but a little bit. And Cal McKinney, his counterpart, was a starter for the early part of the year. Brady Goodman, the junior, this year as a junior, played a lot down the stretch, but McKinney gets the first game start here tonight. Josh Passolt facing off for Maple Grove against Billy Dumont. We are underway as Wayzata in blue controlling Alex Stevens, zipping it across there to Jake Molk. And they dump it into the Crimson zone. McKinney back to stop it. It's off his skate a little bit there, but they recover. Trojans get down there deep with Duma, but Passolt coming back in, rings it around looking for Matt Vogel. Bounces back to the middle of the rink and pushed to the sideboards there by Josh Wente for Maple Grove, and now they come out on the rush. Passolt is blasted by Molk after he tosses that one into the corner. Passolt stepping up to try and keep it in. Tipped ahead. Chance for a 2-on-1 here for Wayzata. Duma firing, and he missed the net. He had Zimmer with him, but took the shot, couldn't get it on goal. Trojans regrouping through neutral here, carried in. There's a drive. That one is blocked down off the stick of Hank Sorensen. Long bank pass ahead, and the collision getting the better of that one was Dane Abernathy for Maple Grove. Fast-paced start to this one. It's back to the line and dumped right back in. Little drop pass got away, but kept in the zone. Here's a tip in front. McKinney with the stop, able to see that one through the body of Mark Senden. Back out to the point. Here's a shot, and the rebound tries Senden, trying to get his stick free to turn and fire that one. Now back in behind. Trojans putting on some pressure out front. Oh, and
my
pass
gosh.
saved by McKinney as he robs Jack Fetro, who actually kind of put that one into his pad a little bit too, but a great save nonetheless. And here come the Crimson the other way now with Sam Ross. Poke check from him, and he gets a check from Sorensen. Then he gets away from Sorensen. However, he turns the puck right back over to Hank Sorensen. Dump back out to center. Crimson controlling, so a couple pretty good shifts early on for Wayzata, and they get a couple of chances. And there's a nice check leveled there by Tristan Moss for Wayzata. Got a good checking team this year.
Holy buckets. The physicality in this game has been unbelievable right from the get-go. And the speed and the pace too, Jay. These two teams came out to play some hockey tonight.
And that one goes off the outside of the post, and a penalty coming up here against Maple Grove. Delayed penalty. And now the Crimson gain control, and we will get our first penalty of the night, and it will be a cross-check. So Wayzata will go to the power play early on here. A physical start. Pretty good start for Wayzata, and off for cross-checking is Jack Kelly here for Maple Grove.
You saw the shot in the back there as he gave Trojan there in front a good run. Of course, when you stand there, you're going to get hit, but you got to keep control of your hands on that stick. And this is kind of, I'll be interested to see now, Jay. You talked about the Maple Grove not being in the box. They only had a 76% kill ratio. You want to be up in the 80s to have a good one, so this could come back to haunt them.
They do win the draw and flip it back out, so we'll see what Wayzata can do with the early man advantage. Stevens setting things up, wearing that captain C for the Trojans. Leaving it for Sorensen up the right wing. Crimson get to it and hammer it down the rink there, is cleared by Sam Franta, who's one of those guys that just coming back off the football season. Stevens lugging it here for the Trojans. Got it to Zimmer. Zimmer's pass went off a skate, then it went off the skate of Hank Sorensen. And a chance to clear, but unable to do so there for the Crimson was Tevin Nygaard. So the Trojans keep it in. Stevens to Zimmer. Around to Sorensen in the circle. Zimmer had that one handcuff him a little bit, and Vogel able to chip it out, and he'll quickly head off for a change. Halfway through this power play for Wayzata. No score on the board, and the Trojans looking a little disjointed on this power play so far. Sorensen able to stop that one, though, so they quickly counter. Stevens trying to get wide to the corner as he takes a check. Josh Wente standing him up there. Pass back to the point, but Stevens can't quite get there, and then he is run in too hard by Sam Ross. Carried back in, little drop pass, Zimmer a rocket, and McKinney a huge save there with the pad. Back out to Zimmer. Zimmer is going to tee it up and let it rip. That one is blocked by Ross. Down low with it again. Trojans really buzzing here late in this power play. Centering pass there was deflected. Penalty just about to expire. Back out. There's a big save on Molk. As McKinney's been tested early and often here. A couple big saves late in the power play. Penalty is over, but Wayzata got some good momentum late in that power play.
even so, the best penalty killer on your team's got to be your goaltender. McKinney really stood up. I mean, stonewalled 3 great shots there during that penalty kill. Nice job.
Puck kept in at the line and just unable to settle it there before it to get a shot away. Now a drive, tipped in. McKinney able to keep his eye on it and see it all the way in. Then another shot that bounces just wide. Rush the other way here for the Crimson. That pass goes off the skate of Grant Anderson. And now the Trojans coming back out. Fetro carrying it. That one deflected wide. And a pass drop back. McKinney with another big save as he denies Griffin Ness. And it will not quite have enough steam to get all the way down for icing.
Nice intentional not ice there to get a nice line change for the Crimson.
Griffin Ness carrying it. He's ridden off the puck, but they keep it in. Whip back around. Moss controlling here for the Trojans, and that pass was tipped. Sorensen at the point firing, and coming in from the weak side was Davis Kirkendall to try and get a tip on that one. Good start for Wayzata. Shots on the board say 6-0 Trojans. Not quite been able to get one by McKinney yet, but they've been not for lack of trying. They've had about 3 or 4 pretty good chances. Sorensen throwing a check there. And puck freed up, kicked but not out. Zimmer fell. And the Crimson slide it to the blue line, but not any farther. Now dump back into the Wayzata zone. Maple Grove changing. Crimson. Now Duma dropping it back. A return pass there was tipped away by Dane Abernathy. And played into the Wayzata zone, but taking a hit for his troubles there was Andrew Asquith for Maple Grove. Nice breakout pass here as they come up the right side hard. Looked into the middle there, deflected away from Duma. And now back the other way comes Abernathy leading the rush. Abernathy firing, pad save. And Schilling getting tested there. Now a shot from the point, knocked down, stick save, and Abernathy couldn't control the rebound. Back out it comes to Franta. His shot goes just wide. Maple Grove getting its first sustained pressure of the night. Passolt able to glove that one down and keep it in. They go to the wall for it here. Franta able to keep that puck in, but then his shot blocked. Plays it down nicely though to Vogel. Vogel leaving it for Passolt as they cycle out of the corner. Passolt turns, fires, and that one hit a body in front. Schilling was looking for it, and now iced by the Trojans. So Maple Grove countering with their first good pressure of the night.
And they really needed it at that time too. They've been pushed and pushed and pushed. Been pushed it by the Trojans here, and finally got some sustained pressure. And Alex Schilling got a little challenge there too. So we'll see if they can keep this trend up a little more back and forth here. We see Tom Starkey, second-year head coach of the Crimson.
Off the draw, Vogel's shot right on, stopped by Schilling. Tom, of course, played for Maple Grove back in the early days of the program. And there's Pat O'Leary, now 4th year with Wayzata. Of course, a national champion with the University of Minnesota and played his high school hockey at Armstrong. Now the Trojans coming hard up the left side. Petro's pass off the tape of Mark Senden. Senden gaining control here for the Trojans. Petro takes a bump in the corner. Down he goes. Passolt coming away with it. Playing it left side. Vogel whips it in, and he'll head off on a change as Stevens back to pick it up. Shots now 6-3 Wayzata. Now Fetro taking that long pass, trying to beat Franta. Nice move. And McKinney the save. Trojans keep possession though. Ness. Bumped by Franta. Ness fought away and almost came up with that puck. Oh, and there's a big hit, which may have also been a bit of an elbow there by Kirkendall. Thrown in behind the net, picked up by Gavin Miller, and they cough it up. Backhand try there, off McKinney's stick and crawls over the net, and a couple guys sandwich in on the puck holder, Jarrett Camerata. And cleared down the rink. Schilling will stop it here. Maple Grove changing up, but they better complete it in a hurry here. Thrown in by Kirkendall, and he'll head off on a change. Pass across. Here's Franta, the defenseman. He'll send it on in. Hank Sorensen trying to chip it out, but it doesn't work out. Now to the corner. Abernathy will be there first for Maple Grove. Under 7.5 to go now in a lively first period. No score on the board. Wayzata was dominating early. Maple Grove has come back to get their share of the play here in the last 3-4 minutes. Now flipped ahead to Abernathy. Off his stick though. Abernathy knocked the player down to get that puck back, and it is going to be a penalty on Abernathy.
They'll make that call every time as soon as that stick hits the ice. I think he'll go for slashing. You see him coming up and footed a shot down there in goal. Didn't quite see it. It was earlier than that.
Yeah, going to be a cross check on Abernathy.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Did we get one of each?
We did. Number 23. Hank Sorensen's going in for the Trojans, so we'll play even up 5-on-5. I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Jay, you're right. This has been a lively first period, to say the least. A lot of speed, a lot of physicality going on. Bodies hitting each other. This has been a real get-after game.
And it's interesting, too, to talk to these teams. High school-wise, I don't think you'd call this a huge rivalry because they're not in the same conference or section. But youth hockey-wise,
oh, yeah.
I think both these programs consider this on the way up one of their biggest rivals.
Yep, absolutely. In the Bannerman Pee Wee area, they're fighting for titles all on the fight. Oh!
Here's Paso, the shot and a goal!
What a setup. Good play deep into the corner. Got control of it, brought it right out front. Paso was standing there. Just a quick little move, and bang, he rips one into the upper left-hand corner. Schilling lead. Look at the play here, right there. Got through, great pass coming across. Defense was not quite aware. One guy stuck across the front, the other guy wasn't ready for it. And all of a sudden, Passel's got it on his seat. He was the leading scorer coming back from last year. He had 38 points, 18 goals, and 20 assists. He gets his first one, and the first one for Crimson this season.
Sam Huff knew exactly where to find him. He got to that loose puck first and just all in one motion put it on Passold's stick, and next thing you knew, it was hitting the twine. So 1-0 Crimson after Wayzata had a controlled play early.
This is where McKinney's saves, Jay, were so important to begin with. It was a good start for them. Well, here we go again.
Here's Passold back across. That one broken up. Vogel will also get an assist. So Passold from Huff and Vogel at 10-19. First goal of the 2014-2015 season for the Crimson. Back out to the point it comes. Rolls away from Molk. Plays it back down. Now they're trying to get it out front. Trojans will head off on a change here. And deflect it in, and it comes right to Schilling, and he'll drop it off the side there to Grant Anderson. Zimmer carrying it for the Trojans, but knocked away. Franta tipping it ahead, but then gathered in instead by Wayzata's Grant Anderson. Now across, Duma calling for it up the middle, and Franta gets back to poke check it from him.
Good play by Billy Duma trying to split the D. Almost got it done.
Long pass broken up, but recovered by the Crimson with Camerata. Dumped in now. Schilling will stop it. And that pass back to the Crimson line. Vogel will come away with it. 5 minutes to go here in the first. Maple Grove leading it 1-0. Wayzata was buzzing early and got some quality chances, but Cal McKinney was ready for him and kicked him out. And then Maple Grove converting a couple moments ago on a goal from Passold. Puck carried here by Ross.
The big deal about McKinney is that it allowed his team to settle down and get into their game. after being put on their heels a little by the Trojans, and they got off to a 1-0 lead. Now they're playing their game, and we don't see that domination as much anymore.
It's funny how Passold is drilled by Stevens. Funny how when you keep the other team off the board, it doesn't really shake you nearly as much confidence-wise as if a couple of those had gone in, which they definitely could have if McKinney wasn't sharp.
Oh, no question.
Here's a chance for 3-on-1. Stevens sliding it across, and there's another nice stop by McKinney on Fetro's redirection. And the stick chopped away, and that is going to be a penalty.
And all of a sudden, the Crimson got a little jump in them skates, boy. And I'll tell you, they got that puck and they turned it right up ice real fast, and we're creating a 3-on-2. Didn't know how it would have come out, but we won't know because of the penalty.
Nathan Dingman's going to go for a slash as you get a look at this one, that redirect, and McKinney getting a piece of that one. And then on the way back up ice, Dingman slashed the stick away from Sam Huff.
And now an all-important change on now. Maple Grove's gathering back some momentum here, Jay, and they got a power play. And they went, they didn't have a good power play last year. They went in about 16%, so this will be an opportunity for them to open up and get up by 2 goals on the Trojans.
A little battle for it here. And Duma able to dig it out, and his stick was held up. Wayzata bench wanted a penalty. Now we do have a penalty coming behind the play, as a couple of guys were tangled up back in the Wayzata zone. Nygaard and Moss were battling, and let's see if they're going to take them both. They got a rough going against Moss of Wayzata, but as of now, not sure they're going to take anybody from Maple Grove.
No, it doesn't look like they are here. See if the scrum comes in.
There's the little takedown and wrap around the chin. So Moss will go for roughing, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for the Crimson.
And really almost a full 12. Minute 31, that's a lot of time.
Kelly around to Passold. Right back to Passold, who has the only goal of the night. Down to Franta and returning it to Passold. Across to Kelly. Not really putting pressure on the D just yet. Now Kelly will try and send one through. That one gets wide of the net off the glass. Passold recovering. And here's a drive, and that one hit a Wayzata player and skimmed over the top of Schilling. And Trojans able to clear it down the rink and get a much-needed change here. Still a lot of time to go in the 2-man advantage. Kelly carrying it up ice here for Maple Grove. He will send it in deep. Hank Sorensen's going to be first there, trying to ring it around and out, but Passold stops it. Leaves it for Franta. Kelly at the top. Around to Passold, a drive, and Schilling a pad save on that one as he had to slide over to his left. They leave it for Kelly now. Down to 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Abernathy with it up the left side. Jab from him, and then a big collision. First penalty is over. Dingman's out of the box. So now a 5-on-4. Wayzata so far so good on the kill here. One big save needed by Schilling. Now sent all the way down, and McKinney will have to stop it. 10 to go in the power play. As Kelly brings it back up ice. Abernathy had to stop and wait for that one a little bit. Now he brings it in. And that one came out of the zone. They didn't hear the whistle there. The puck was just jabbed out. Penalties are over, so important kill there for Wayzata ×2.
Huge kill, absolutely, especially 5-on-3. Get a little opportunity here. Almost came through if that had dropped down a little bit quicker. They probably could have had an opportunity, but good for Wayzata. This maybe get it back on their feet again.
So a minute and a half to play in this first period. Trojans look really sharp the first 4 or 5 shifts of this game at least, but Maple Grove has kind of tilted things their way a little bit as the period's gone on. Plenty of hits in this first period, to say the least.
There could be some ice bags in the locker room here. My gosh.
Puck controlled, and now a little 2-on-1 coming into the zone out front. Oh, it's fanned on. McKinney was lunging over, but Kirkendall had a lot of net to shoot at, but he couldn't control it. Now knocked down at the blue line here by Passolt. Everybody changing up, so there's a lot of room. Passolt carries it in, fires. Schilling making a stop. Well, they thought they were getting that puck in deep, but Passolt made a great play to stop it at the blue line. Now they come right back in. Drop pass there, maybe too unselfish. Probably room to shoot there for Huff, I think.
Too cute, and he had a man going to the net.
Franta getting it ahead. Passolt lofting one in. Schilling gloving this one, and he's going to hang on with 20 seconds to play in the opening period. Maple Grove leading it 1-0. Our second game of the Turkey Trot Tournament for 2012. You're on 12 Sports. Edina all over Holy Family in the first game.
But this game's being played at Edina's pace right now. I mean, both these teams look like they could take them on. They're just up and down the ice. But the physicality of it, oh my gosh, is way different than the first game.
Zimmer carrying it for Wayzata, but offside as he had to make a little move there right near the blue line, and it threw Duma offside. So faceoff will come outside the zone here with 13 ticks left on the clock here in this first period. There's Coach Starkey, a little word for his guys there, and we're going to visit with the coaches from these games between periods. John Jacobson will be down rinkside here. Very nice crowd on hand for this second game. A lot of the fans from the first one stayed, and then some more additional ones coming in. Of course, obviously, Wayzata, this is their home rink, and not too far from Maple Grove, too. A lot of their fans making the short journey down 494 at the Plymouth Ice Center here. So a great first period in the books, and McKinney, his guys know that he kept that at 0 with some big saves in that first period. Our score after one is Maple Grove 1, Wayzata nothing. We'll be back with more of our live coverage of the Turkey Trot Tournament here on 12 Sports.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You want
really good first period of hockey here. Maple Grove leading Wayzata 1-0. Let's go down rinkside now to John Jacobson.
Thanks, Jay. With Tom Starkey, head coach of Maple Grove, and Tom, for a first period of hockey for the season, that was pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Maple Grove, Wayzata, there's no love lost. You know, we know how they're going to come out, and we're going to try to match their intensity. And they're an extremely good team. They've got very good forwards, but you know, so do we. And you know, we showed a guy like Passolt gets the puck on his stick in front of the net. He's very dangerous. Cal McKinney was unbelievable in the first period. I mean, the shots were 7-5, but I mean, we've got a lot of work to do in our D zone. And but you know, first game of the year, of course, we got stuff to work on still. But I liked our effort and our energy. We weathered the storm at first and got out of there with a 1-0 lead, so we're happy.
If you went through tryouts and scrimmages and practices and everything in the first 2 weeks, and it's gone pretty quickly, what has impressed you the most, or what has your team seemed to have improved on the most in the offseason?
Oh, I think, you know, for me personally, it's, you know, knowing the guys that much better after my first year coaching Crimson, it's, you know, that makes it much easier. But, you know, I think the team overall has bonded a lot more over this last summer and this fall. And, you know, we just went up to Thief River Falls for a preseason trip, and that was great. But, you know, the guys all get along. They hang out off the ice, and I think that's very important for our team.
Thanks for taking time with us. Good luck the rest of the game.
Thanks.
Tom Starkey, head coach of the Maple Grove Crimson, his team leading Wayzata 1-0 after one period of the second game of the Turkey Trot Boys Hockey Tournament. We'll come back with more of our first intermission, watching live coverage of Turkey Trot from the Plymouth Ice Center on Channel 12.
'Tis the season. Give the gift of perpetual renewal. A Simonson's Salon and Spa experience. From spa packages to fashion-forward accessories. Excite everyone on your list with a Simonson's Salon and Spa gift card. For instant gift cards, shop Simonsons.com. Email or print a stunning certificate, and you're done. Simonsons. In Maple Grove, Plymouth, and Coon Rapids.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to the Plymouth Ice Center. John Jacobson with you in between first and second period of our hockey game between Maple Grove and Wayzata. I'm joined now by Maple Grove Activities Director Lambert Brown. Lambert is in his first year on the job, and the fall season is done and already into the winter. How did the first few months go for you at Maple Grove?
They've been wonderful. You look, we've got a tremendous group of kids. Our football team obviously had a really good season, making the state semifinals. Our boys soccer team had a great year. Starting off 20-0 and winning the conference and going on to play in state. And our girls soccer team had a great season. Our volleyball team really has played well. And we had some great swimmers and divers. And it's been on top of that, great plays last weekend. And so it's been fun seeing all the activities that our kids are participating in, but also seeing the level of passion that the kids have for what they do.
Yeah, how much have you enjoyed that? Because you're a football guy. You were a head coach at Chaska most recently before this, but now it's not just football, though you got to see a lot of good football this fall, but you got to see some of those other sports that you mentioned.
I'm enjoying it. It's, I think being a head football coach, sometimes you get kind of locked into that, especially in the fall season. I've seen more soccer games this year than I think I've seen in my 10 years being in education, and it's been really fun. It's been great to meet a bunch of kids and see kids that you don't normally get to see, but also just kind of see all the other great things kids do in high school.
Tell me about winter now, and what kind of challenges does that bring for you? Last winter, there were a lot of cancellations of games and things like that, and you weren't in that spot, and I'm sure you're hoping for a more mild winter, but is that the biggest thing that comes into play in the winter, is the elements of the weather and transportation and everything like that?
That's a big piece of it, and I'm hoping that we, hopefully have a great, nice winter, and it's not as bad as it was last winter. Hoping to have a great spring, too. But I think, winter is kind of just a busy grind, because you've got basketball and wrestling and it's and hockey and there's a lot of time spent at the high school and a lot of time at rinks, but it's all a good time.
So we've got some building expansion going on with the gymnasium at the school too, right? Tell me about that project.
We're building on 2 gyms to the back of our high school, as well as we're moving our activities office down from the main office down to where our gyms are, as well as adding a wrestling room for our wrestling team and upgrading some of our stuff in our facilities and our weight room and our cardio room. So I think when it's all said and done, we're going to have a really, really nice facility for our kids, and hope our kids realize how good we have it, because it is really a great facility already, and adding on to that's just going to make it all that better.
I know you yourself are new to the conference. The Northwest Suburban Conference expanded by 3 teams this year, and that's made for divisions in most sports. Overall, what's your impression from other schools and from Maple Grove's perspective on the 14-team Northwest Suburban?
I think right now it's a learning process. We're going through it, and every chance we get together as an AD group, it's a chance to kind of evaluate what we're doing and how it's going. And I think right now it's been really good. It's a solid conference. You look at the fact that we were a touchdown away from having 2 Northwest Suburban Conference teams playing tonight in the state championship, and just to see how hard teams have to play week in and week out. I think it makes every team tougher for the playoffs, and it's really been a good thing. So far, so good.
Lambert, thanks for joining us, and good luck. Have a good and safe winter.
Thank you. You too. Appreciate it.
Lambert Brown, Activities Director at Maple Grove High School. We thank him for joining us here in the first intermission. We'll come back with more coverage of the Turkey Trot Boys Hockey Tournament. Jay and Dan have first period highlights when we come back on 12 Sports.
Tis the season. Give the gift of perpetual renewal. A Simonson's Salon and Spa experience. From spa packages to fashion-forward accessories. Excite everyone on your list with a Simonson's Salon and Spa gift card. For instant gift cards, shop Simonsons.com. Email or print a stunning certificate, and you're done.
Simonsons.
In Maple Grove, Plymouth, and Coon Rapids.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Great crowd on hand here at Plymouth Ice Center, and hope you're enjoying this one so far. Maple Grove leading Wayzata 1-0 after 1 here in Game 2 of the Turkey Trot for 2014. Look at some first period highlights in a very eventful first period. A lot of skating, a lot of hitting, pretty good scoring chances as well. And here's one of them, McKinney making a save on a big rip there. And at the other end there, you see some heavy hitting. Abernathy carrying it in. He fires. A nice stop by Schilling there. And here's the goal out front, as Passhole buries the pass from Sam Huff at 10:19 for that 1-0 Maple Grove lead. And here's the Trojans back the other way, just fanning on it, trying to get control. There was Davis Kirkendall, and you see the totals for the first period. Wayzata started out with a 6-0 lead in shots on goal. They ended up with some good chances, but Tom Starkey really hit it on the head, saying McKinney was outstanding in that first period. Trojans have taken 3 penalties, Maple Grove 2, and I don't necessarily expect that to stop based on how much hitting we've seen in this first period. So we've got the ice cleared here. The teams will be back out in just a moment, and we'll drop the puck for period 2. Maple Grove 1, Wayzata 0. The winner takes on Edina in the championship Saturday night here in the Channel 12 Turkey Trot Tournament.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Two periods remaining here in our second game of the tournament as Maple Grove and Wayzata get set to drop the puck for period 2. And Dan, great start to this one for Wayzata. The first few shifts, they had to like everything they saw, but McKinney was able to make those stops, and those can be kind of momentum turners, I think, for both teams, really.
You betcha. You know, you count on your goalie to steal a couple games for you during the season. Well, McKinney got off to a good start because Trojans came right at him. The word in the locker room, I would say, with the coaches, don't let him be the hero, man. Give him a break now the second period. Start taking it into the Wayzata zone and let the Wayzata goalie try to be a hero. Schilling, but I think the Trojans are a little on their heels now, too. They need to keep the same intensity and pace that they had in the first period, especially the first part, and understand that, hey, you got a hot goalie. Just keep firing at him, and sooner or later something's going to happen. They need to get a body in front of McKinney. He's seeing the puck really well right now. They got to get in some deflections or block his view of the puck because he saw way too much of what was coming at him.
Both teams, as we said, taking the body quite a bit. Wayzata's a big team, and you have to keep that intensity, keep hitting, but at the same time do your best to stay out of the box, and that's always that fine line. You want to be aggressive, you want to answer their aggression, and you have to make sure you do it in such a way that you don't wind up sitting.
Well, I thought throughout most of that period, where it was physical the whole period, I thought they did a good job. There were some penalties at the end, but you're right, Jay, that's an important part of it.
And here we go in period number 2. Penalty boxes are empty. We're 5 aside to start this period. Molk throwing a little bit of a check into Vogel there at center ice. Now Kelly's pass, tipped by Passhole, bounces free and just knocked away there from Huff. Knocked down at the line, and Huff leaving it for Passhole, and he'll relay it on in. Passhole could make a case for being the best skater on the ice in the first period. Probably the best player overall was McKinney. Here's a chance, and a shot to go. It trickles through McKinney. Zimmer gets him on the board. Nope, check, make that Fetro putting that one through, 8 rather than 6, and it just snuck through McKinney. And Wayzata doesn't waste any time getting on the board here in period 2.
Fetcher had a couple great opportunities in the first period. This one comes through with him. It's kind of an odd angle shot, but a heavy shot, and it just beat McKinney. I'm not even going to say that's a soft goal. Jay, that shot just beat him.
Now Duma coming back the other way. Duma fires, and McKinney to stop, and he's going to cover this one up and hang on. So Trojans get one very early in the second, 37 seconds in, as Fetro will get his first of the year.
We'll see how McKinney handles this now. Wayzata's got some confidence. I expect some pressure now. We'll see if he can get some key stops again.
Battle behind the net. Duma able to fight off a check. Abernathy coming away with it. And this one hitting off the official. Duma leaving it there for Zimmer. Duma getting back to it alongside the net. Knocked away by Nygaard for the Crimson, but they can't get it out. And this is kind of how the first period started out, with Wayzata putting on a lot of pressure. Hank Sorensen wide of the net there. Franta getting to it here for Maple Grove. Now Abernathy, he'll push it into the corner. Sorensen back first to it here for Wayzata. Up to Patterson, they're offside.
Not even close, but nice comeback around for Wayzata. All of a sudden, wham, they're turning the Jets on again. That goal really energized them.
I think in a lot of ways after that first period for Wayzata, you'd say more of the same would be fine, just to fine-tune a little things here and there. They certainly didn't play poorly. Just
No.
the way the score looked was more because of McKinney than anything, I think.
Absolutely. And they came out right away and just started firing and got it even, so I would expect them to play the same way.
That pass doesn't connect, and it will be icing against the Crimson as Wente banked it off the boards near the Wayzata bench. So we will march right back into the Maple Grove into the rink here. Early second period, and Wayzata's just tied it up. We are at 1-1. Join us again Saturday night here for live coverage from Plymouth Ice Center. The third place game at 5 o'clock. We'll match Holy Family against the loser of this game, and then the winner takes on two-time defending Turkey Trot and two-time defending state champion Edina. And boy, the Hornets look good in their first game tonight. Whew.
That was a powerhouse. The legend is still alive, I'll tell you that. Man, oh man, that was a game. You know, Joe J, with the pace that we're watching these two play with, I think they can play with it, and we won't see it'll be a close game tomorrow night.
Off the draw, controlled by the Crimson. Passolt getting it over to Vogel. And just off the tape there of Huff, trying to chase it down. Back the other way come the Trojans now with Sendon. Sendon, and back across for Stevens, right over the top of the net. Sendon trying to fight through a check down low. Push to the corner. Kelly will get there first for Maple Grove. And now kept alive in the zone here by the Trojans. Stick save by McKinney on the attempt by Dingman. Dingman able to keep this one in. Dingman trying to go to the net. Kelly swoops in to take it for the Crimson, but they've had trouble breaking the puck out, and they do again. Passolt circling back to gather it here. Spins away from Fetro. And banking it ahead, and Huff will send it in and head off on a change, but he was not over the red line.
Big
so
mistake.
Icing call here. That's a tired mistake, I think.
Yes,
tired
they
legs.
were tired. Good opportunity here. Now watch, he'll take the dragging man coming in last in the zone there, sets up really nice Stevens and just rips the shot a little lower. That would have been in the net. But good playmaking by the Trojans there. Very good playmaking.
Yeah, great patience. There's something to be said for letting a play develop behind you, too, because so many times that guy's uncovered.
Well, we saw it in the first game how that backside wing was always open and really cost Holy Family.
Zimmer racing for it in the corner, and his legs knocked out from underneath him a little bit there. Sorensen firing it wide. Comes back to the point and knocked down deep again. Zimmer off a stick out front. Eddie Lee gaining control. Now, strong move initially, but losing it was Ross. Crimson trying to get controls. It goes behind the net. Zimmer will leave it back there. Sorensen over to get it. To center. Tipped ahead, and now Trojans bring it on in. Walking right in, slides a pass across, Sorensen buries it. Great patience there by Luke Patterson.
Nice.
And he finds Sorensen. It's 2-1 Trojans.
Now the plays with the offside wings and stuff like that McKinney was getting across and making saves on in the first period. He's not getting there now. Nice setups, patience by both the assist men here. Number 19 just sits there and waits, threatens that shot, but no, puts a pass over to Sorensen. Very nice play there. Very good patience, very good way to set it up.
Well, Sorensen had a good year as a freshman defenseman in the Lake Conference. That tells you he's probably going to be a pretty good hockey player, and looks great already here tonight in his first game of his sophomore season.
Yeah.
And Patterson with a dynamite pass there. 2-1 Wayzata. They dig for it along the wall now. It's Maple Grove's turn to have to try and sort things out a little bit here early in the second. Banked off the glass and back to the Crimson line where Kelly gathers. And we're going to have a penalty coming up on the Trojans on that hit near the blue line.
It's going to be a rough for interference.
Head contact. It looks like a roughing at the head contact on the Trojans' Carter Spindler. Yeah, knocked the helmet askew a little bit, and that's usually going to draw the attention of the official.
Well, good opportunity now for the Crimson to tie this thing up. Let's see if they can get their power play going. It didn't look real good the last one they had.
That shot knocked down. Now Franta has it bounce away. Vogel jumping in to grab it for the Crimson. Back out to Franta. Franta shooting, blocked by Stevens. Then another shot and Schilling the save, and then the rebound chipped over the net there by Huff. And it's going to skid back out to center where Kelly will get control. Passolt relaying it back into that corner. Molk battling through a check there and then zipped right back out. Crimson will have to regroup. Wayzata will change up at least 3 of their 4 penalty killers here.
I like the way Maple Grove's setting this up. They're not actually carrying it across the blue line stuff. They're just finding a hole and going after it. That's one of the few times they have carried it under control during the power play, and maybe that's why they don't do it. They just lost it.
Right back down the rink it goes. Kelly will set it up. I think one time from past years working with this tournament, you kind of hear from the coaches that, to be honest, they haven't had that much time to work on special teams in these first, with the season starting really at the end of your second week of play.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a ton of time has been devoted to it yet.
Well, as Coach Giles said, your Dyna coach before the start of the first game, he just said, really we're just letting the kids play against somebody besides themselves, and we're trying to find the holes in our lineup to see where it is. And the only way you find that out is by playing the game. So these are valuable learning sessions right here.
I think coaches too, the more, obviously both of these guys are relatively young in their head coaching career, but you do find out that this first weekend, while it's, they're games, so they count, but you do realize that it's not anything to panic about if, this or that doesn't go quite the way you want it to either.
No, there's nothing at stake here really except for the tournament itself, but it's nothing to do with your conference, nothing to do with your section, nothing.
Comes out of the corner, backhand try, nice save by Schilling. Puck still loose, Schilling another save. Off the side of the net and then punch to the corner, and there are bodies everywhere. The net's off. And then a little bit of rough stuff there as Ross and Anderson get tangled up.
Just a good pickup here and bang. Go to the net, go to the net, go to the net. Gets it in there. There's one shot. There's another shot. There's another shot. Schilling just standing up to it really nice with bodies all over him. And then it got a little, whoa, that got a little nasty.
Yeah, the hit there from Alec Batra was a little late, and then a slash was the retaliation. I don't think they really saw that, though. No penalties coming out of it. There was more action in front of the net, so they maybe didn't really notice that, what just happened there either.
Yeah.
Those could have been penalties on each guy there, I think.
Well, I have to keep an eye on it. The intensity here has been pretty big time.
And there's another hit leveled by Senden for Wayzata. To Passolt. Passolt carrying it in, fires, nice save, Schilling, rebound. Schilling stops it again.
Oh.
And then it's cleared out. Oh, and Senden sent sprawling there as he cartwheels over Justin Kelly. And there's a hit to the back of the head, and that one is going to be called. Fetro got up high with that one into the back of the neck or head of Gavin Miller, and so he's going to go.
Good shot there and another good one in there. By gosh, Maple Grove's coming back. They were going to tie the game, and now all of a sudden, what a good check that was.
And we saw the penalty right there.
Yep. The stick was up and behind the head. They really call that tight, I'll tell you. You know, the injuries that they've had and the concussions and stuff, they're just not going to tolerate it. You got to keep those hands and stick down.
Pat O'Leary saying that one may have been a penalty, but I saw a couple others that we thought could have been too.
Yeah.
So letting him know a little bit.
Yeah, this is a tough game for a ref in a certain sense too, Jay. We haven't seen this much physicality in a game in a long, long time. It's great to watch, and if the kids control themselves, it's a great hockey game.
Puck knocked free and back out to center. And across to Kelly. It is indeed head contact, which we also saw earlier on Spindler. So across to Passolt here. Chance for Maple Grove to try and tie things back up after Wayzata's pretty much dominated the second period. And hammered all the way down, and McKinney will have to stop it here.
Yeah, you can just see the rust kind of on all the power plays. They're just missing here and there, and it's costing.
Jack Kelly carrying it. Passolt will tip it on in. Molt gets there first, and he is able to relay it right back out. Maple Grove has to be a little disappointed with maybe just the accuracy of these dump ins, because the Wayzata is getting to it and clearing it easily. Around it comes to Vogel, but that one is in turn hammered out by Dingman.
Well, I think the coaching staff of Wayzata saw it first part of this period, saw what they were doing and made corrections to it. Letting their D say, don't let them get to the puck like that.
That puck came out of the zone and then right back in, so Maple Grove had to leave it go. Hank Sorensen called for it, and he's going to stand there until he has to do anything with it. And then a little check after, and we might have a penalty coming up here.
Yes, we do.
On Abernathy, looks like.
Yep. Good call after the whistle. I mean, way after the whistle. He still ran into the guy, not with a ton of force, but yet the intent was there. That wasn't a very smart one, Dane. Wasn't a very smart penalty at all.
And you kind of have to know that when the other team's already shorthanded, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt on that also.
Absolutely not. Now they're going to give Wayzata a minute 34 of, power play.
So even up at 4-on-4 for now, but then Maple Grove will be down shorthanded. Roughing the call on Abernathy. Here's a shot deflected up high and over the top. We'll have a face-off coming up in the Wayzata zone as Camerata's shot deflecting over the net.
Well, in this game, you may not be able to do a lot of practice on your power play, which you sure can during the game here.
Zimmer and Vogel will face off here. Stevens getting control. Drops it back to Zimmer. And Zimmer carries it in. Zimmer fires, and McKinney with a huge save. Now Sorensen. Wayzata on the power play as the first penalty is over. Their penalty anyway. Now behind the net. Sorensen with it. Drops it to Zimmer. Right back to Hank Sorensen. He'll leave it for Zimmer. Didn't get all of that one, but it changed direction. McKinney just got a toe on that. Stevens out front. Here's a shot. McKinney the save. It handcuffed him. He couldn't glove it. The rebound is in. Sendon will score for the Trojans.
That was just a hard work goal, and that's what you expect from Sendon, boy, I'll tell you. They moved it around good. Get a shot right here. Sendon's there. He gets right back in the middle of it and follows his rebound. And just a good second effort to get the puck on the net. And now it's a 2-goal lead for the Wayzata Trojans. good patience here. Look how he went to the backside here, got back to the center, was all by himself, and just followed through with it until he got it past him.
So a 3-1 lead for Wayzata. All 3 goals in this second period have been for the Trojans. Fetro, Sorensen, and now Senden. So they have played a very solid middle period here.
Now let's see how Mr. Abernathy responds.
Pass drop back, just wide off the stick of Passolt. Stevens will get the lone assist at 10:23 on a power play goal for the Trojans. Carried back into the zone there by Patterson. Wayzata buzzing for more here. And drop back out to center. Molk up with it across to Stevens. Stevens had it squared away from him and jabbed out of there. Chance for a rush the other way now. Here comes Ross. Ross firing and Schilling the stop. And then they went to the net hard and Wayzata didn't like it. And now things really breaking out. Couple guys going to the ice, and now Zimmer and mixing it up with Ross. And it's not done yet. They get all separated, but there's going to be some sorting out to do with penalties here.
Well, Schilling showed us something there too, Jay. He made some nice plays there, a couple good saves. Gosh, but it's getting a little out of hand.
See if things will all be coincidental or not. Boy, Wayzata really reacted strong because somebody came by and must have gotten a little slashing on there.
Well, watch there. And then it got started. The guy that went right to the net. And then number 3 for Maple Grove going jump number 6 of Wayzata there. And then the other stuff started. It's going to be interesting to figure this one out.
I think it was Passolt initially that went to the net, and boy, they didn't like that. And down he was thrown, and
well,
this
anyway.
is where the officials are gonna, they have to talk to them. Okay, what did you see here? Who did you see? Because there was a lot. It wasn't just one altercation. There were things going on in 2 or 3 different spots at a time. You want to be accurate with everything, but at the same time, I think in a situation like that, unless you saw something really specific, it's hard not to kind of take one from each. And when there's altercation like that, I think, or maybe more than one, but I don't know that you could automatically say there should be a power play either way there because they're both involved.
That's what I think they're discussing. How intentional was it and who was doing most of the intentional, so to speak, on that. Well, they'll get it sorted out and settle these guys down. The intensity here is pretty raw. I'm kind of surprised. It's almost like a rivalry game, you know what I mean?
Well, Tom Starkey used the words "no love lost" right in the intermission talking with John Jacobson, so...
That's what Schilling did so well there before the Falderall started right there. Just he stopped that puck, held it in, gave no rebound in that situation when he knew Crimson were coming to the net, and did a great job there covering up.
And at the same, as much as you say, a lot going on there, you do like to see your guys sticking up for each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we see 2 Maple Grove guys are in the box already. And obviously Wayzata, that gate is open. Zimmer is making his way in. And again, I wouldn't be totally surprised if we see things evened up, but you never know.
Stevens just went in, so. Okay, so far it looks even up. We'll see if there's a double minor on one of them.
There you see 2 of the captains for the Trojans, Zimmer and Stevens, both in the box. Saw Ross from Maple Grove and one other. I didn't catch the number. Might be Nygaard, I believe.
There's a 0 at the end. Yeah, it's probably Nygaard. Well, it's part of hockey, like you said. One of the things you do, you don't step in front of my net. You don't start croaching that territory. That's just the way it works in hockey. Ross gets the shot off here, saved by Schilling. Then, see, Passel got it, and Ross jumped the guy. And then they just turned into a little bit of a Donnybrook here.
Well, up on the board there, it seems as though there may be an extra given to Wayzata. They've got 2 minutes up by Zimmer's number up there. And I don't know if that means he gets a double minor or...
Yes. Yep. All right. Crimson to come out of this with a power play. Well, when we get something like this now, too, Jay, I've noted that the refs have a tendency now to get a little tighter on the calls and not giving it as much free leeway as they have.
There's Coach O'Leary saying that Passel was the one who started it all. How is he still out there? So we still haven't quite got it all sorted out yet. And not coincidentally, just not happy probably that they're shorthanded, but also not happy that Maple Grove's top sniper is the guy that they felt like should have been in the box and as of now is not.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, I don't see Passel never hit the goalie. I mean, he never made contact with him. Yeah, he went into the crease area. So I'm not sure that's a bad call by the ref. I think that might be okay because Passel really didn't.
He was the recipient.
He was the recipient, actually, yeah.
Although he did go to the net hard. So,
yeah.
But in any case, we're going to have a power play here for Maple Grove. Kelly stepping in front of Senden there. Now Vogel picks it up. Chance for Maple Grove to try and get back in it after Wayzata's dominated this second period, leading it now 3-1. Vogel banking it out to Franta. Here's Kelly. That one's blocked. Second try.
Oh!
Ooh, a redirection. Schilling with the save, and then Vogel chopped at him a little bit, and Sorensen didn't like it.
Nice concentration here by Schilling, though. It did change direction about 5 feet in front. And 23. Sorensen from Wayzata didn't appreciate it, started chopping a little bit there.
We had some misconducts given on that whole penalty sequence as well. Here's Passold firing, and that one hit his teammate Vogel out front. Under 5 minutes to go now, second period. Vogel gaining control. Abernathy knocks Sorensen down, and that's going to be a penalty for interference on the Crimson, and we're going to be back evened up. Abernathy was jousting out front, trying to get position, and he knocked Sorensen down.
My, oh my.
The box is rather full over there at the moment for the Crimson. Watch right out front. Abernathy took Sorensen down.
It's the second time Abernathy's taken his team out of a power play situation now.
So we'll head back into the Crimson zone here. 4 skaters aside. Franta with it now for Maple Grove. Banking it, but not out. Comes right back to Franta, however, and he gets by a couple of players. Here's Franta carrying it in. His shot. Moak deflecting that one up and over the glass and into the netting, so a face-off coming up. Ness facing off here with Camerata. Camerata wins it back to Franta. Stick save, and that one goes into the netting again here as Schilling making another stop here for the Trojans. More whistles of late has kind of calmed things down a little bit in terms of the rough stuff.
Not really a tough save there, just a good Low shot from the point. He saw it all the way. Didn't take much to make the save.
Wayzata trying to break it out. Kept in there by Nygaard. And that one will get by Schilling over to the corner. And kept in. Nice play there by Hunter House.
A lot of dirty digging there by Mr. House. Reminded me of Sam Valerius. He used to wear that number. And did the same thing, played the same way.
Banked ahead there to Dingman. Dingman carrying it up the left side. 10 to go in the 4-on-4. Dingman dropping it back. It got away though from Anderson. Now out front. Dingman will pick it up. Tried to drag it across the front. It was cleared down the rink. It comes right in on goal. So Wayzata is now at full strength, so they've got a power play. On the rush here, Fetro trying to drag it to the front, knocked away from him. And then sent down the rink for Maple Grove by Justin Kelly. Trojans will regroup and start this power play rush from behind their net. Grant Anderson has it slip away from him. And a follow-up try there is up into the netting as Griffin Ness fired. You wonder if, there was so much adrenaline earlier in this game. Now it seems like the guys might be slowing down just a little bit here. You're not quite in mid-season shape yet, probably.
Well, with the amount of whistles, though, that has a tendency to slow the game down all the way. We'll see what they look like when they come out here in the third period to start with, but it's good, though. They need to slow down a little bit now, get a little handle on their games and what they're doing.
And Duma wins the face-off and brings it in. Fires, pad save. McKinney gave up a big rebound. Now a turnaround try. McKinney deflects it to the corner. Duma picks it up. Penalty is over to Maple Grove. Battle for it in the corner. It's off Passold's skate. Now Molk able to keep it alive. Knocked away as they spin it around. Back down low for Duma. Puts it out front. Then the second pass picked off by Vogel. And he will lift it back into the Wayzata zone. Nice move by Molk there to spin away. And then Duma relays it on in, and they'll change up. To the corner, picked off there for Wayzata by Griffin Ness. Passold swings it back to the weak side. Vogel takes a check, gets it out to center. And then a big hit at center ice. Back out it comes. Trojans gain control and relayed off the shin pad of Kelly, and then the second try will get it in deep from Matt Nelson.
Nice.
Pass across to Huff. Huff's alone though for the moment. Now Vogel trying to get into the play. Huff circles the net. He'll drop it back, but broken up by Sorensen. Passold sends it around. Kelly pinching in to try and keep that puck alive for the Crimson, and now it comes to Passold in behind. I think Wayzata knew he was there. House digging it out of there. Leaves it for Passold. Across it comes. Franta the shot, and that's a stick save, and Schilling gets knocked down. And then a little retaliation by Ness onto Justin Kelly, who got in there and got tangled up with the goaltender.
Nice play from across. And bringing it from the point, and then another shot taken. I'm glad he got it on net. It gave him the opportunity, although Schilling deflected it nicely into the corner.
Face off in the Trojan zone here. They lead it 3-1. All three of their goals coming here in the second period after Maple Grove led 1-0 after one, and Franta's shot into the glove of Schilling. Off the face-off, Crimson win it, and Franta has to knock it down to the corner. We go under a minute to play here in this second period. Maple Grove has kind of calmed things down a little bit, but obviously overall it's been very much a Wayzata period here. Leading it now 3-1. They kind of set the tone by scoring 37 seconds into the period too.
Yeah, 3 unanswered. You know, they finally broke through. McKinney had a great first period. It very well could have been 3 goals to them in the first period, but McKinney kept him out, and second period he didn't.
Ross and Duma wins that draw. Across now to Sorensen. Sorensen rushing hard up the right side. Leaving it behind, but intercepted there. Abernathy will dump it into the corner. Sorensen first to it. Sends it back out. Kelly gaining control. Flipped ahead, but not very far as Duma relays it right back in. Under 20 seconds to go here in this middle period. Now Sorensen pinching in from the point, and McKinney a glove catch on that one. And we'll get a whistle to stop play with 12.7 seconds remaining here in the second period.
You can see that both teams are a little wary right now. They've slowed it down, and we'll see in the third period if that's fatigue or if these whistles have just brought the game down a little bit.
Off the draw, it pitches into the corner now. Franta coming up with it. Huff looking across for Vogel. Sorensen there. And Wayzata will just dump it back in to eat up the remaining time. And we have come to the end of the second period. Lots of penalties. 3 goals, all by Wayzata. Our score after 2 is Wayzata 3 and Maple Grove 1. Our coverage of the Channel 12 Turkey Trot Tournament continues in just a moment here on 12 Sports.
'Tis the season. Give the gift of perpetual renewal. A Simonson's Salon and Spa experience. From spa packages to fashion-forward accessories. Excite everyone on your list with a Simonson's Salon and Spa gift card. For instant gift cards, shop Simonsons.com. Email or print a stunning certificate, and you're done. In Maple Grove, Plymouth, and Coon Rapids.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back here at 3-1 Wayzata. Let's go ringside now to John Jacobson.
Thanks, Jay. I'm joined now by Wayzata head coach Pat O'Leary. And Pat, I thought your team played a good first period. You really played strong in that second period. You get 3 goals and you're up 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we came out in both periods pretty, intense. Made a couple mental mistakes in the first period, gave up a goal. We regathered ourselves in the second. It's a great game. There's a lot of good talent on both sides. Their goalie's playing phenomenal. Our guys playing good. So we were just happy to get a couple in that period to to get our mojo back.
Are you happy with the pace of play, especially considering it's the first game of the year?
That's the thing about it is, the beginning of the season they're going to be working hard. It's just little turnovers here and there that you got to, clean up throughout the season, and it's on both sides. But, the intensity's there. The kids are playing with their hearts, and it's fun to watch.
Is it more physical than you might expect?
When we play these guys, we played each other in summer. It was physical. I mean, it's always physical. And I think, like I said before, it's early in the season, so everyone's kind of fired up, and they've been, sitting on their hands for about a couple weeks here waiting to play. And so, yeah, it's physical, but I wouldn't say it's any more than, playing these guys regularly.
Finally, a question about your early season schedule. Not only 2 tough games this weekend, but in the next 8 days, you've got 3 more games. You get Elk River, Hermantown, and Duluth East. You really loaded up with some tough teams at the beginning of the schedule here.
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate to have some, relationships with teams that want to play us, and we want to play them, so we always have those going. We had a couple more tough ones this year, and then we happen to have a couple of the top teams from the Northwest Suburban in our crossover games early in the season. So, I mean, it's a grinder for us, but it's good for our kids, and a lot of kids get to play, and, you find out what you need to work on by Christmas.
All right, Pat, good luck in the third period.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Pat O'Leary, head coach of the Wayzata Trojans. His team up 3-1 on Maple Grove through 2 periods of play in our second semifinal. Take a break, come back with our second intermission. You're watching live coverage of the Turkey Trot Boys Hockey Tournament on Channel 12.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back here to Plymouth Ice Center. 3-1 Wayzata leading Maple Grove after 2 periods. A quick little prep bowl update. Totino Grace leading Eden Prairie 21-14 in the 6A championship here Friday night. Well, both of these schools had really strong seasons in boys soccer. Wayzata ended up as the state runner-up. Maple Grove took 4th place in Class AA. And each fall on our Sports Jam show, we name all area teams in some of the sports, including boys soccer. And, of course, the Crimson and the Trojans well represented on the 2014 edition of our Sports Jam all-area boys soccer team. And here's that team. We'll start our Sports Jam boys soccer team with a talented group of midfielders. Maple Grove's Kevin Huff helped his team to an undefeated regular season. The Mr. Soccer finalist is a 2-time All-State pick and was Northwest Suburban Conference Player of the Year. A physical player and great in the air, Huff had 12 goals and 5 assists.
Perfect header.
Number 11, Arthur Perrins, was at his best in the big games for Wayzata. The speedy Perrins earned all tournament honors at state for the AA runner-up Trojans and scored in the state final. In all-state selection, Perrins had 10 goals and 5 assists. Number 10, Ethan Petrie of Prairie Seeds Academy had a strong junior season for the Lycans. Though this shot was a near miss, you can see his talent on the play. Petrie had 16 goals and 10 assists and was a team leader. Out front for Petrie, he deflects it in for a goal. Number 6, Clayton Smith wrapped up a steady career for Wayzata with a good senior season. A good distributor, the honorable mention All-State pick had 11 goals and 12 assists while earning all tournament honors at state. Up front, Brack's number 12, Andrew Stumpfig, won the Mr. Soccer Award for Class A. Stumpfig was first-team All-Metro and All-State, scoring 12 goals with 9 assists for the Section 6A runner-up Mustangs. Number 6, Gabriel Galamou, was tough to stop for Osseo opponents. The second-team All-Metro pick had 12 goals and 5 assists for the Orioles.
And his shot is in.
Armstrong's number 11, Stephen Ajamang, earned honorable mention All-State status, scoring 13 goals and 5 assists to lead the Falcons in scoring. Our defenders are led by Park Center standout number 10, Eddie Sadie. Blessed with skill and size, All-Metro, All-State, and All-American pick Sadie also played some up front and had 6 goals and 8 assists. He'll play for San Jose State. Number 3, Ryan Peterson, helped to lead a Maple Grove defense that allowed just 7 goals during the regular season. A strong distributor, too, Peterson earned All-Conference and honorable mention All-State status. Totino Grace's number 5, Jack Conroy, solidified a young Eagles defense. An all-conference pick and team MVP, Conroy chipped in offensively with 3 goals. In goal, an intimidating presence for Wayzata, junior Troy Luagi. Luagi had 9 shutouts and at 6'6", dominated on balls in the air from corner and free kicks. He backstopped the Trojans to their first section title in 5 years. It's a talented bunch, the Sports Jam boys soccer team.
Sends it on it.
Congratulations to all of those guys, and thanks to the coaches for helping us pick our team as well. 3-1 Wayzata leading Maple Grove. We'll be back with our second period highlights and then the third period here on 12 Sports at the Turkey Trot Tournament.
The season. Give the gift of perpetual renewal. A Simonson's Salon and Spa experience. From spa packages to fashion-forward accessories. Excite everyone on your list with a Simonson's Salon and Spa gift card. For instant gift cards, shop Simonsons.com. Email or print a stunning certificate, and you're done. In Maple Grove, Plymouth, and Coon Rapids.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Good hockey game so far here. Maple Grove got the only goal of the first period. All 3 of the goals in the second, though, went to Wayzata. As we look at our second period highlights in this one, starting with a Fetro shot that sneaks past McKinney just 37 seconds into the period. Wayzata quickly tying things up. Then they get another one here. Nice pass across from Patterson to Hank Sorensen, and he buries it at 4:22. Made it a 2-1 lead. Good opportunity here. Schilling making a couple of nice stops for the Trojans in that period, certainly. And then a big check at center ice. And here's an opportunity. This first one stopped. Second one, though, knocked in. Good perseverance there by Mark Senden as he gets the goal from Stevens at 10:23. That was a power play goal. Then a shot, save Schilling, and then watch what happens after. The physical nature of this game really showing up on this one. We ended up with a couple of penalties aside there, some misconducts as well. Our shots through 2 periods slightly favoring Wayzata, 17-14, but they've certainly had the better of the chances overall. You see the penalties and the power play have been slightly better, certainly for Wayzata. We will head to period number 3. The winner gets Edina in the championship game on Saturday night. The loser will take on Holy Family in the third place game. The Trojans and the Crimson, the third period is coming up next.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach
likes
your
you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
One period to go here. Wayzata trying to nail down a win in their season opener. Maple Grove hoping they've got a rally in them here in this third period, and certainly have the capability of putting some pucks away, but certainly the first two periods overall things have favored Wayzata. Like we said, Dan, even in the first one, McKinney really kept Maple Grove in that one, but they've got to get some work done to get some more scoring opportunities. Schilling's been pretty good at the other side too.
He really has. And if Schilling sees the puck, he's going to save it no matter where it's coming from. So again, they got to, well, it's kind of like they've been crashing the net. Again, they didn't have a scoring period. Maple Grove did not. But they did have some opportunities. But overall, Wayzata's dominated this game. And then they got rewarded in their second period for a lot of work and shooting on the net. Put 3 goals in. So I'll be interested to see this third period, how this pace is, how the physicality is. Have they toned it down, or are they going to pick it right back up again? So we'll see what happens.
I think, I get the feeling that for the most part, both coaches don't really mind that it was a little physical, though, too. I mean, sometimes when things hurt you with a penalty, you kind of, it's not your favorite thing, but they want their teams to be taking the body. This isn't a one-night thing for either of them. Well,
you saw in the first game what happens when you don't take the body against a fast-skating team, and both these teams can skate. So it threw them off a little bit, I think, in the beginning, especially Wayzata with the physicality, but still. It's fun to watch. You just got to keep their heads and not go the wrong way with it.
Will be 5 aside to begin the third period here as Passelt will face off with Sendon. And we are underway here in the third. Across it comes to Sorensen. Tipped on into the Crimson zone. Kelly giving chase with Sendon. Sendon falls hard. He was avoiding that check, so he really created that himself. And now play whistled down. Do we have a penalty coming up here? Yeah.
I guess not.
It was the trail official up top, I think, who did make that call, but I'm not sure if the puck had gone out of play, perhaps, or there's something we didn't catch anyway there. So flipped in on McKinney, and he will glove it and hang on. Get a face-off in the Maple Grove zone here early in this third period. Wayzata going to change up here. Duma's line will come out. He'll face off with Passelt. Zimmer getting control. Molk sending it back down to the corner. Zimmer leaving it across there. Back out front. Oh, McKinney, a nice stop. And the rebound is in. Put in by Patterson. After Duma was robbed by McKinney, Patterson stayed right with it and tucks it home, and it's 4-1 Trojans.
Again, good puck movement and getting it in front of the net brought this goal apart. It came around from the backside. You can see it coming here. Picks it up, gets it out front. Duma gets it, rips the shot. Patterson continues through and gets back to the other side before McKinney can recover. Good movement in front of the net for the Trojans.
And that one comes at exactly the same time that their first goal of the second period did, 37 seconds in.
Wow. Well, Pat O'Leary made the call there. He switched to his top line, and they came through for him. They won the faceoff and set it up around good and got themselves another score.
Battle flipped out front, and Senden getting a shot in, and then he winds up in the lap of McKinney. And a little jousting after the play here as well.
You know, it's kind of funny. We're having this tournament in this rink, but this is Wayzata's home rink. And I've always said, when you're coaching, you got to fend out the first 5 minutes when you're on the road here. Boy, I'll tell you, Wayzata's come through in the first minute.
Controlled here by House for Maple Grove, then jabbed away from him. He's able to play it down deep into the corner. But Wayzata there first. Picked up again by House, but then he loses it. And the pass across. And this one will roll down the ice, and we get a face-off.
Well, we're seeing Wayzata really taking control here. Maple Grove is on their heels, I'll tell you right now.
It's another look at our goal here as whipped out front, Duma
shoots,
and then Patterson
comes back
right
around.
here. They called it a goal for Molk. That can't be right.
I didn't think he was on the ice.
No, Patterson definitely put that one away. I started to question myself a little bit based. I thought it was obvious, but then they announced it as a goal for Molk, and I don't believe that was correct. So comes back to the Wayzata blue line here and across to Sorensen. Played to an open side, but hustling back in there was Patterson to get it. Now Hank Sorensen. And that pass going to get by. Franta, though, able to play it here for the Crimson. Franta had a great football season for Maple Grove. Now here's Passold carrying it. Passold firing, and a nice stop by Schilling. He couldn't quite cover the rebound.
Yeah, but he had a great angle there, just a fabulous angle there, Jay. Didn't go back into a situation that hurt him.
And there's a pad save on the Passold slap shot. Yeah, he really just stayed with it. He knew his positioning was strong. Here's another shot. That's off the mask. And then tip back out. Passold had 3 good opportunities on that shift, but Schilling was ready for them all. The last one glancing off his mask, it looked like.
Well, this has been a good response by Maple Grove now. They got some good opportunities on Schilling, so they're still dangerous. And a goal here could energize them, and all of a sudden they could start climbing back into this thing.
And a penalty coming up as Franta took Senden down with a cross check, and he is going to go.
Yeah, that's one guy in your team that you don't want to have in the box. You want him out in the ice, and Franta.
So he will go for the cross check right there. Yep. I can't really say how you would argue with much with that one. It was pretty clear. Trojans on the power play with a 4-1 lead. They win the draw as well. Patterson gets the return pass, putting it out front and just jabbed away there from Ness. Now Patterson going to the net. McKinney is saved, and then it's cleared down the rink. It'll come right to Schilling. He leaves it for Moss. Moss will start the power play rush here, right side with it now. Molk. That one is off the stick of McKinney and directed up into the crowd, so we will get a stoppage with 12:57 to play here in the third. Wayzata in command at 4-1.
Well, good try here. You'll see him try to get it across into the goalie, but it deflects off the stick. You might have wanted to take it in and get control of it and work it around a little bit. And we'll see what this line does here now for the Trojans. Duma's line's out there with Sendin and Sorensen.
Sendin controlling after the face-off. Interesting that they have Sorensen on a wing, really on that one came outside the line. Zimmer, who is a left winger, playing back on the point, and Sorensen, normally defenseman, up on the wing here on this power play unit, and they just were a little bit off on that pass back to the point, came over the blue line briefly there. Off the draw, it comes to Sorensen. Zipping it ahead to Patterson on the left side. Patterson dropping it behind for Sendin. Duma camped out front. Sendin cross for Zimmer. It goes over everyone as he had Maple Grove sticks in the way to contend with. Sendin will leave it to Sorensen and right back. Sendin down low to Duma. And across, and Patterson just couldn't quite reach it. Good idea there, but just a little off.
The back door was open. Nice setup.
Here it is again, down to Patterson. Puts it out front. Zimmer couldn't get a shot away. Sendin controlling. Now back to Zimmer. Zimmer making the move into the circle. His shot was blocked. He gets it right back though. 15 to go in the power play for the Trojans. Zimmer back across. Sorensen a shot. Oh, and a nice glove catch by McKinney, and then they get a little rough out front again. And we might have penalties coming up out of this, and we will.
Beautiful execution there by the Trojans, getting that puck over, and Zimmer finally getting a shot. And then McKinney up to it.
Who they're going to take and how many they're going to take. Looks like Ross of Maple Grove is going to go, and might be coincidentals here. No, maybe not.
No, there's always a player in the box.
Yeah. Looks like Sendin's going to get in there too.
Yeah.
Keep in mind we had some misconduct still carrying over from the second. That's why we still got previous player in. So we're going to be staying at 5 aside, so coincidentals in that last situation. So now the penalty to Maple Grove is over, and to Franta anyway, so now they've got a power play. I'm sorry, now we're even up after that power play ended for Wayzata. Now controlled by Vogel. Down to pass hold in. Tried to put it right across, but Molk read that one well and broke it up. Back into the Crimson zone.
Ooh, nice operation here if they do it right. They didn't.
Injured player there for Maple Grove is Tevin Nygaard. Those penalties were both for unsportsmanlike conduct. Nygaard making his way over to the bench. He seemed to be holding an arm or shoulder maybe there as he gets taken out pretty hard there by Sorensen and hits the boards hard.
Well, neither team is back down here. They're still going after each other pretty good.
Off the skate of Jack Kelly, and he'll have to chase it down. And it's almost a turnover out front for the Crimson. Got the center. House then getting it ahead, but that's broken up. Petro and lost it. Now it comes back. Carter Spindler sending it up the left side. Trying to drag it around there was Dingman, and now McKinney a stop, and again we have action at the front as Alec Batra went to the net, and Maple Grove tried to remove him from the premises there. And looks like we might have a penalty aside again perhaps here, or not. Maybe not.
Nice moves there. Bad angle shot. Batra coming in there.
Oh yeah, we are going to take a couple off here.
Sure.
Jaden Walsh for Maple Grove and Batra for Wayzata.
Well, despite the penalties, Jay, neither team is backing off. They're going to the net and going to the net hard, and goalie's got to be protected.
Ooh, off the draw. Duma taking a quick shot and just kind of checking if McKinney was ready, and he was. Franta swooping in to pick that one up. Another penalty coming up. This one's going to be against Duma of Wayzata. And he will be sent to the box. Duma is going to go for a slash. Only about 14 seconds after the previous penalties there, he took a little check and then he got the stick in, got a little shot to the back as well there on Eddie Lee.
There's been a lot of that stuff going around lately, Jan, this week here. Oh my gosh.
So Crimson on the power play. Franta's pass taken by Molk and sent down the rink. McKinney will leave it for Kelly. Dump down the rink here, and McKinney will stop it for Kelly with a minute and a half to go on the power play for Maple Grove. Kind of a must score here, I think, if they're going to have a chance in this game. Still got some time to go, but they're down 3 and not really showing signs of putting a lot of pressure on anyway. But if they get one here, it certainly makes it an interesting one again. Kelly. Huff to Passel, trying to bring it out front, but jabbed away. Wayzata finally has the services of Stevens back after the misconduct was done from the second. Franta circling back to play it again. He hasn't had much time on the ice after coming back after football. He's still played pretty well here tonight, but I'm sure he'll tell you that he'll be sharper a little bit later on. Passel spinning away. They look out high and looking for the tip as Abernathy was out front, and he gets tangled up, and he might go again here as he got tied up with Schilling. He was doing his best to screen him, and
he can't get in his cage though. He was basically doing a dance with the goalie.
See, he's out front, and then just
and then knocks the goalie down. Oh boy. And again, stopping the Maple Grove power play.
So we go to 4-on-4 here, and Miller carrying it, leaves it for Lee. He is blasted by Sorensen. And that one knocked away. Zimmer throwing it ahead. The race is on for it. Vogel, though, does a nice job back checking there. Now Lee coming back the other way with it. And they're offside at the line here. Here's a look at this check here.
This is a heck of a check. Boom. He was off to the side a little bit. There wasn't a back situation there, or hitting from behind at all.
Considering, though, the way the game has gone, I'm a little surprised that wasn't called, even if it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Just because it looked kind of rough. Tom Starkey, I think, questioning that right now. Wayzata's penalty to Duma is over now, so Wayzata to the power play. Abernathy's was for goalie interference, as you might have guessed. Near turnover there, but Zimmer just reached out to poke it away. Here's Sorensen. Floating it across. Senden has it hop away from him, though. Kelly up with it. Can't get it out, though. Stevens kept it alive. Here's Senden. And his shot deflected high up into the netting.
Wayzata's starting to get their power play down. They've been able to get in and set up in the last few and really get some good shots off here. That's one of the big difference. Maple Grove is just, they're not quite there. And as I said, Jay, they probably haven't practiced it a whole lot. This is the first game of the season, so you're going to see things like that.
Senden off the wall here to Stevens and around to Zimmer. Stevens giving it back to Senden. Stevens didn't get much of that when his stick broke. Senden, though, keeping it alive.
Whoa.
Senden, a nice move, but then his shot blocked. Stevens has some new stick. Senden leaving it for Zimmer. Officials doing his best to pick up that broken stick as play goes along. He has half of it. There's a drive that's knocked wide. Stevens working it high, leaves it for Zimmer. Zimmer across, Senden, and that one is stopped. Good idea, though. They really drew the defense to him and spotted Senden on the weak side.
Probably go down low now and try to work the backside, maybe.
Senden, oh, nice takeaway by Ross. And then knocked back out. Good stick, though, by Zimmer to keep that one alive, trying to catch Maple Grove changing. Sorensen will relay it on deep around. Kirkendall back there for Wayzata. Franta ties him up a little bit. Passolt leaving it for Franta. 6:15 to go here in the third. Wayzata in control at 4-1. The winner gets Edina for the Turkey Trot Championship. Passolt out front for Vogel. That one's jabbed away, and then it came back toward Passolt, but it rolled past. Now he gets it to Vogel. Vogel stood up. Grant Anderson carrying it for Wayzata. Sent around Vogel. First to it for the Crimson. Took a check, but got the pass away there to Miller. Miller sending it in deep. Huff tracks it down, trying to go back there to Passolt, but it hops all the way through. And there's a near takeaway for Huff, but Trojans get it back and then lifted back high in the air into the Crimson zone. Franta will have to play it here. So he's being pursued there by Matt Nelson. Franta's pass off a skate, it comes back to him, and he will send it in deep. Maple Grove led 1-0 after one, but Wayzata gets 3 in the second and now 1 so far here in the third to take a 4-1 lead. Stevens leading this rush here for Wayzata. Trying to get it out front. It's off Kelly's skate, though. And off the back of the net, Stevens gets control back here for the Trojans. Looking weak side with it. Molk firing, and McKinney out to challenge and cuts down that angle and smothers that one.
Good opportunity created by the Trojans. Very good at controlling the puck from the neutral zone in and trying to set something up. Molk got a good shot off there, but the way Maple Grove goalie McKinney's been playing, Jay, staying very outside of his crease. He's doing a good job with his angles. He's seeing the puck well. I think he's played a really good game despite giving up 4 goals.
There's a save by McKinney. And puck floated into the Wayzata zone. Molk will have to track it down in the corner. Drops the pass off to Senden. Now Fetro has a goal tonight. Drops it back to Sorensen, and he fires right into that crimson crest on the jersey of McKinney. And we'll get a draw coming up with 4:13 to play. Another nice rush here by Wayzata. You know what? One thing I like about what they've done tonight, Dan, I thought about it first on that last power play, but even just on these rushes, their spacing has been pretty good.
Yes. They always got an offset man. They got a man delaying coming in. They're very good at getting the puck to him. Yeah, they're doing a nice job at the rate we're going, Jay. I'm telling you that this tomorrow night's championship game ought to be just a dandy, because both teams play this very well.
Lee controlling here from Maple Grove, reaching back for its Abernathy. Sorensen knocks him down. And a near turnover there, but Duma gets it out. It trickles into the Crimson zone. Zimmer's there first. Takes a check. Franta up with the loose puck. Now Lee to Ross. Tried to dump it in, but didn't get much of that. Sent around by Spindler. And Zimmer will float it back into the Maple Grove zone as Wayzata looking to complete a change here. Passolt, who scored the only Maple Grove goal of the night. Right in the middle. Oh, Vogel following up and Schilling the save. There were a lot of Wayzata guys there, but the puck was just kind of stuck in their skates and nobody knew exactly where it was. Vogel quickly pounced on the opportunity, but Schilling was ready. Wayzata, I'm sure their D-men are going to go over and thank Schilling, because they kind of got caught a little bit not really out of position, but just didn't play the puck very well or lost sight of it.
Well, and they all got stuck in a very small area. All of them, it opened up for Vogel to come in there, grab the puck and get a good shot off. Keep your spacing.
There's a drive knocked down in front. Puck still loose. Pad save Schilling. Second try, and he stops another one as Huff tried to bank it off him from a sharp angle, but Schilling was over there and ready.
Well, good opportunity here. Shot goes down and in, hits a skate, and then all of a sudden, bang, bang. Two shots come off the stick of Sam Huff, and Schilling does a nice job. You know, and he hasn't seen much in the past few minutes either, so you wonder if he's still sharp. He's still sharp, no question about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking on that Vogel chance a moment ago, is, boy, he's still alert, even though he hasn't seen many pucks lately.
Yeah.
Battle for it in the corner here. Now Trojans come out of there. Stevens' pass, though, was too far for Dingman, and that's going to be an icing call against Wayzata. 2 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in this one as Wayzata looks to try and move back into the championship. And to Pat O'Leary and their Trojans' credit, they're bringing in good opponents in this, but I'm sure they want to win their tournament that they host here at Plymouth, and it's got to kind of rankle them when Edina comes in and beats them the last couple of years. I mean, obviously they know Edina's a good team, and they could take the easy way out by not inviting the Hornets anymore, but to their credit, they don't do that.
Well, I got to tell you something right now. This is their only hockey game in town right now. I saw NHL scouts in here today. You're dang right you're going to have that kind of competition, and it makes the tournament really good. People come watch it. Frankly, whether it's their tournament or not, they're playing Edina. They want to beat them. Everybody wants to beat Edina. You know that.
Yeah, no question about it. And I think, and here's House carrying it, and his shot sails wide. But I think to their credit, they're saying, yes, traditionally we maybe haven't had as much success as Edina, but there's no reason we shouldn't be playing as tough a schedule as we can with the program that we have. And that's,
absolutely.
And Maple Grove is saying the same thing too. We want to be considered one of those top-tier teams.
Sure.
And we should be playing everybody we can to make us better. Now a little altercation along the wall again here. I didn't see really what led up to that one. That's the one spot on the rink that we can't see especially well with the crowd there.
I mean, that's interesting, too, if you look at that section. That's all Maple Grove students. That whole section is just full of them. Darn near up to the top. It's been a big draw for this tournament. This is a heck of a tournament. I don't care what you say.
Thrown back in. McKinney directing that one aside. And the net comes off as Ross was knocked down. Well, we get word that they've done it again. Eden Prairie rallies past Totino Grace to win 28-27 in the 6A championship. Wow. Grace led most of the way in that one. They had a 2-touchdown lead, 1 point. But Eden Prairie, as they have in more games than usual, having to come from behind, and they got it done.
Yep.
Grace apparently going for 2 in the win in that one, but didn't get it after they had scored a touchdown to pull within that 1 point.
Well, congratulations to Totino Grace to get there. They had a heck of a season. They represented our area very well.
Under a minute to play here. That pass to an open wing. Batra trying to knock it out, kept in. And they can't get it out again. A couple nice plays to keep that puck in by Miller for Maple Grove. Huff leaving it toward pass hold. Gonna fight through a check there. It's kicked away. Crimson still working to try and get another one here. Saved by Schilling on that one. Huff throws it out front. Bouncing puck, blocked. Batra up with it, and he'll bank it on out. Will it have enough steam to be an icing call? Yes, just barely makes it. And so we will head back to the other end with 16 seconds remaining in the contest here. Wayzata gonna move to 1-0 and get ready to face their Lake Conference rival Edina in the final, and Maple Grove will try and regroup a little bit here and face Holy Family. We had Nelson and Vogel going for unsportsmanlike conduct there. I think it's kind of a zero tolerance policy late here because you know the game's over. No sense in anything going here. So the horn sounds and we come to the end of this one. And an impressive performance by the host Trojans here as they pick up a 4-1 victory over Maple Grove. That sets up our championship, as you see, coming up Saturday night. We'll have both games for you live on Channel 12. So the second game in the books, Holy Family will meet Maple Grove for third place coming up at 5 o'clock Saturday. Come on out to the Plymouth Ice Center or join us on 12 Sports. We're going to take a break here and we'll come back in just a moment. Your final is Wayzata 4, Maple Grove 1 here at the Turkey Trot Tournament.
'Tis the season. Give the gift of perpetual renewal. A Simonson's Salon and Spa experience. From spa packages to fashion-forward accessories. Excite everyone on your list with a Simonson's Salon and Spa gift card. For instant gift cards, shop Simonsons.com. Email or print a stunning certificate, and you're done. In Maple Grove, Plymouth, and Coon Rapids.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
An impressive performance for the Wayzata Trojans on the opening night of the season as they beat Maple Grove by a score of 4-1, and a couple of their guys are standing by now with John Jacobson.
Thanks, James, with Hank Sorensen and Mark Senden, each with a goal tonight. And Mark, let's begin with you and talk about your team's play overall tonight on the opening night of the season.
Oh, I thought we just played good. We battled back there from the first period. You know how they got that first goal lead, and then the second period we just came out and dominated them, which is good for our team. We're all ready for it. We know we got to compete every period and just got to battle, and that's what we did here today. And it paid off 4-1.
This game had the intensity of a playoff game. I mean, was it physical out there and words back and forth? Or what was it like of being out there on the ice with the Crimson?
Oh yeah, it's always really competitive. First game of season, we all just want to get out there and really want the W and stuff like that. So it's always competitive. We always expect a playoff game like situation, speed and tempo and physicality out of the Crimson and stuff like that. So it's what we expected, and we were glad we could get the W tonight.
How much fun is it playing in front of pretty much a full house here tonight on opening night?
Oh, it's undescribable. It's awesome. It's just a great time. It's just great. I can't describe it.
Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow night against Edina.
Thank you.
All right, Hank Sorensen, the team's play, I thought, in all phases, was pretty strong tonight. How would you assess Wayzata hockey on night one?
I thought we played pretty good. We grinded out a win. They scored first, so we knew we had the score. Tie it up. We just kept on scoring.
I talked to your coach after the second period, and I said, I thought your team played well in the first period. You were down well on anything, but you really turned it on in that second period. What did you guys do differently or better, do you think, in that second period that kind of put you out in front?
We got in the locker room, and we kind of just said we need to win. So we did that.
Tell me about your team overall, first couple of weeks through tryouts and practices and getting ready for the season. How confident are you in the ability of this group?
What was that?
How confident are you in the abilities of your group and your team this season?
I think we'll have a good year. It should be fun. Should go pretty far.
Okay. You get Edina tomorrow night. What do you look from them?
Pretty good, pretty chippy game, and pretty competitive game. That's about it.
Hank, enjoy this one. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yep, thank you.
All right, nice win for the Wayzata Trojans. They take this one against Maple Grove. Fun game here at the Plymouth Ice Center, 4-1. And again, they will skate into the championship tomorrow night against Edina. Let's reset Saturday for you again. 5 o'clock live coverage of the third place game between Maple Grove and Holy Family. And then at approximately 7:15, we'll have the championship game of Turkey Trot 2014, Wayzata and Edina. That'll do it for our coverage from day one from the Plymouth Ice Center. For Jay Wilcox, Dan Ficken, and all of our crew, thanks for tuning in for Turkey Trot Hockey 2014.
Thank you.